Imagine standing in your backyard on a crisp, clear night, looking up at the sky speckled with stars. They twinkle like tiny diamonds scattered on a vast black velvet cloth. Now picture this. There are worlds out there, places we can't even begin to comprehend, and yet we humans have dared to venture towards them. Space travel, this bold journey beyond our earthly home, is one of the most exciting and challenging adventures humanity has ever undertaken. You might wonder, how do we even get started on such a journey? Well, space travel begins with something quite simple, a good old-fashioned rocket launch. Think of a rocket as a gigantic fireworks display, but instead of bursting into colorful sparks, it propels a spacecraft towards the stars. Inside, astronauts sit in a small, cramped space, strapped tightly into their seats. They feel the rumble beneath them as the engines ignite, and the force pushes them back as they hurtle upwards, leaving the only home they've ever known behind. It's both terrifying and exhilarating, like the most extreme roller coaster ride imaginable. As the spacecraft climbs, it leaves behind the comforting blue skies and enters the inky blackness of space. It's silent up there, no wind, no sound, just a vast, endless void. But it isn't cold and unwelcoming. Imagine floating in a place where you're weightless, gliding effortlessly from one end of the spacecraft to the other. Everything there is different. A sip of water forms a perfect sphere, hovering until you capture it with your mouth. Food has its own quirks. Imagine trying to eat something as simple as a sandwich, but the bread keeps trying to float away. Now let's talk about the science that makes all of this possible. Space travel relies on a delicate balance of forces. There's gravity, the invisible pull that keeps us grounded on Earth. To escape it, the spacecraft needs to reach an incredible speed, over 17,000 miles per hour. That's like going from New York to London in less than 15 minutes. And to achieve this, we rely on fuel, lots and lots of it, burned in a controlled chaos that propels the rocket upwards. Once in space, the journey isn't over. There's radiation to worry about, those invisible rays that can harm our bodies. Here on Earth, our atmosphere protects us, but once we're out there, astronauts depend on their spacecraft to shield them. It's like wearing a big invisible cloak, keeping them safe as they explore. Remember when you were a kid and you'd lie on the grass, staring at the sky, dreaming about what it would be like to fly? That sense of wonder is what drives space exploration. It's like we're all trying to answer a big cosmic question. What's out there? Are we alone? Every mission into space is another page in a story we've been writing since we first looked up at the stars. There's something poetic about space travel. It reminds us how small we are in the grand scheme of things, and yet how big our dreams can be. It's as if we're all part of a tale that began billions of years ago, and each time a rocket launches, we add a new chapter. It's an exploration not just of the universe, but of ourselves, testing the limits of what we're capable of achieving. Now let me share a little story. When I was a child, I received a telescope for Christmas. On a chilly night, I'd wrap myself in a blanket and peer through it, catching a glimpse of the moon's craters, feeling like a tiny explorer. Those moments were magical, sparking a curiosity about what lay beyond. Space travel is kind of like that feeling, but magnified 1,000 times. It's about stepping into the unknown and finding beauty and mystery waiting for us. In space, astronauts experience what is called the overview effect. It's when they look back at Earth and see it as a fragile, beautiful blue marble floating in the vast darkness. It's a moment that changes them, a reminder of how interconnected we all are, how our differences fade when viewed from such a distance. It's a powerful reminder that no matter how far we travel, our home is precious and worth protecting. As we journey farther, dreaming of walking on Mars, of uncovering secrets hidden in the icy moons of Jupiter, space travel remains a testament to our ingenuity and courage. It challenges us to be better, to push the boundaries of what's possible, and to never stop asking questions. So next time you find yourself gazing at the night sky, remember, those stars are not just dots of light, but destinations, each one holding the promise of discovery. And who knows, maybe one day, you'll be among those who venture into the cosmos, adding your own story to the epic tale of space exploration. Until then, let us all keep dreaming, imagining, and reaching for the stars.